The cobra, killer extraordinary. The cobra, the conjurer's pet, the tourist's fascination, the child's nightmare. In the West, snakes have always been looked upon as the personification of evil, Satan in the Garden of Eden. Not so in the East. Here, in India, the snake is awesome, terrible, frightening, and yet lovable, tolerable. After all, one of God's creatures. Lord Shiva wears a snake round his neck like a garland, and his throat is blue from the venom he has swallowed. A many-headed cobra is the vehicle of Lord Vishnu. And when the people of Vraj were afraid of the monstrous many-headed water snake called Sheshnag or Kalia, why, the young and merry god Lord Krishna danced on the hoods of the snake and made the people unafraid. This is Nagraj, king of the snakes and one of the gods in nature's pantheon. It's one of the panels from the famous caves of Ajanta. Look closely at these ancient rock-cut images in the cave temples of Elephanta near Bombay. The snake is somewhere, not lurking, but there, a part of life, a part of heaven, a part of creation. The Indian Cobra is distinguished by its spectacle-like marking and is capable of spreading its hood and rising to 1/3 the length of its body. This magnificent reptile, the Russell's viper, is deadly. Its venom numbs the nerves while breaking down the composition of the blood, most unpleasant, but as curable as the bite of a cobra, or that of a crate, if quickly treated. The majority of snakes are non-poisonous. Many people who are bitten die of their own fear of shock and heart failure. Even a cobra may not inject a lethal dose, sometimes. This is the green whip snake, which lives generally in branches. If disturbed, it could pierce a man's skull. It is semi-poisonous. The saw-scaled viper moves much like the American species known as the sidewinder. Water snakes, all good swimmers of course, but generally non-poisonous. And the least harmful of all, if he's already swallowed a good meal, the python. If he's already swallowed a good meal. One meal means 7 or 8 rabbits or cats or big rats, and that lasts him 2 months. Thinking of a large 20 or 60 egg omelette? Well, think twice. For these are crate eggs, snake eggs. And the mother won't be around. She doesn't care to sit about dreaming and hatching or protecting. The babies break out hissing and fighting fit. Let's watch these snake catchers at work and pick up a few pointers on, well, how to do it yourself. Notice that one of them has a musical gourd in his hand. That's the kind Indian snake charmers use. Now that's sheer entertainment. This is work. And the magic flute has no significance. What is needed here now is deftness and a good stick to pin the head down. Mind you, only slender snakes, like cobras and kraits, can be picked up by the tail. Muscular varieties, such as vipers and pythons, can recoil up and bite. One of the great living fairy tales of India is the snake charmer. This python is well fed, and the music is part of the hocus pocus. But let's admit it, it's a good trick anyway. Actually, cobras have no ears, and it's not the music they respond to, but the threatening vibrations that come to them through the ground. The cobra is also worshipped ritually as a symbol of power and fertility during the festival dedicated to it, known as Nag Panchami. Bombay, the most prosperous, flourishing cosmopolitan city in India. Here the pleasures are less wild, the comforts total. It is a city, a vibrant city by the sea, with lavish five-star hotels and all the amenities that a pleasure-loving tourist might desire. In Bombay is also situated the Haffkine Institute, the premier scientific organization in Asia dealing with research in snakes and the development of antivenins. This is the Institute's snake farm. The Institute relies for its supply largely on professional snake catchers. New acquisitions of the Institute are examined first for external parasites and measured for length and other vital statistics before they are checked in. Some live on the farm and some in an urban situation cheek by jowl. These wire gauze-faced boxes contain snakes. The menu here is unstartling but healthy, clean and appropriate. 1 mouse per week per snake. Of course, eating manners differ. The non-poisonous cat snake prepares its food by strangulation. The poisonous varieties bite first, paralyzing their prey, and swallow the rodent delicately, mouth first. This preference for eating rodents is what makes snakes the best friends of the farmer. They help to clear his fields of destructive rats and mice. One of the most important aspects of studying snakes is discovering ways in which their poisons can be overcome. Antidotes are made from the venom itself. Extracting the cobra's venom entails letting him bite into the plastic sheet covering a container. The Russell's viper, with big curved fangs, can just be squeezed dry. Snake's venom has, believe it or not, a number of medicinal uses. For instance, it is used in the treatment of infantile paralysis and for the alleviation of certain types of cancer. The venom is transferred to an ampule for freeze-drying. Freeze-drying, or more correctly and scientifically, lyophilizing, reduces this venom to non-crystalline powder so that it can be transported anywhere easily and so that it retains its effectiveness for as long as 5 years. And what of the snakes at the Institute? Well, when they die naturally, their skins add to the glamour of milady's fashion. A snake has its uses and its own charm. It can also be a token of friendship, sent from Bombay to New York. The country's prestigious airline, Air India, gives its unique cargo full VIP treatment. Certainly, it can be a cargo that no customs man will ever examine too closely or alone. And, oh yes, we forgot to tell you about the flying snake of India. But then, that is another story.